Hey there YouTube, my name is Matt and I'm your crypto guy. Now as you all know, I just recently got into cryptocurrencies, and one of the biggest problems and one of the biggest hurdles when first starting with cryptocurrencies was all of the different terms and terminology that was being used and tossed around in the crypto world, right? I didn't know what a lot of those words meant, what it means for me to make an investment, not to make an investment and stuff like that. So I thought that it would be a good idea to go over some of those terms and try to explain it to you guys so that you have a better understanding of what's going on and how to invest your money better. If you like this video and videos like this, make sure to hit that like button and also consider subscribing to the channel, since it would really help me out to grow and to reach that new heights. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. So if you just got into cryptocurrencies and you started trading, I'm sure that you've heard the terms like bullish, bearish, staking, market cap, stuff like that, right? But what do they all mean? What do they all represent and how can you use them? Well, let's start with the bullish market, right? When people say and when people are referring to a market as a bullish market, it generally means that the market is on a upward. So to put it simply, it's basically a market on a rise, a market with the favorable economic conditions, which means that in the next few days, you might see an increase in the price of that certain coin. Now, just because someone said that the bull run is going to happen doesn't actually mean that it's going to happen. They probably don't know themselves. It depends on a lot of different factors and reasons, but that's going to be a separate video for itself. I don't want to bore you with too many details right now. Let's just stick to the bullish now. So bullish market is a market that is on a rise. If someone says that the market is acting bullish and that it might be bullish, it might be wise to invest in a certain coin to reap the profits when the market actually starts becoming bullish and when it actually rises up to a new high price. On the other side of the spectrum, we have bears or bearish, right? When the stock or when the market or the coin, whatever, is acting bearish, it means that the price is going down. It means that more people are selling the coin that are actually buying, and supply and demand, it's just like the basic economics 101, right? So when the stock or when the coin or when market is acting bearish, you can expect the price of a certain coin to go down, and it might be a good idea to actually sell the coin while it's still up. Which leads us into our next point perfectly. We want to buy when the coin is low and sell when it's high. Now, I don't think that this requires a lot of explanation, but let's say that you want to invest into some coins. Generally, you would want to look for the coins that are currently priced low and then that have a potential of, in the future, rising to a higher price where you would actually sell the coin, right? No brainer. Everything in between that you made, that's your profit. Now, there is a lot more that goes into this and into determining if the actual coin is going to rise in value, if it's going to go down and everything else. And that's a topic for its own video. So I'm not gonna discuss this right here. Let's move on. Next, we have blockchain. Now, a lot of people are trading and buying and selling cryptocurrencies and everything, but they don't really know what the blockchain is. Now, the easiest way to explain it and the way that I perceived it basically is like this. Imagine that like before, in like few years back, we used money to buy everything, right? And this was a problem because the bank was the one that was verifying how much money goes to who and that's actually the right amount that they have to receive, etc., right? And they were the ones that were doing all of the business, right? Now, let's say if a hacker decided to hack that bank, he could switch out some numbers, do whatever, and then he could actually maybe get more money than he is supposed to have in that bank. And if he managed to fool the bank, there would be no way of verifying that he actually did it, right? So if he did it correctly, he would have gotten away with his crime, right? With the cryptocurrencies, it's a bit different. Well, actually with the blockchain, right? With the blockchain, everybody is verifying all of the transactions all the time. So it's not just one guy. So let's say that you have 100 coins, right? And you wanna buy something or whatever. Now, you know that you have 100 coins and everybody else that is using those coins knows that you have those 100 coins. If you decided that you wanted to change the amount of those coins by hacking or doing something fidgety to it, right? And all of a sudden you have 1,000 coins, blockchain is going to ask every other user if you actually have 1,000 coins. If everybody gives an approved answer, right? Back that you actually do have 1,000 coins, then you have 1,000 coins. But since you cannot really fool everybody else, you can fool maybe your blockchain, but you cannot fool everybody else's information that everybody else has on you, right? That's why it would be corrected, and then there is no way to actually fool or scam anybody with the amount of coin or whatever that you have, because it's getting verified from all of these different sides all of the time. That's why it's so good. So now that you know that everybody's verifying all of the transactions all the time, let's talk about staking. I'm sure that you've heard about it and that you can actually make some passive income on it, but how does it actually work and why are you making that income, right? Well, it's actually quite simple. The way that it works and the way that you do it is basically, for an example, you go onto Binance, you select your coin, and then you say that you want to stake it. What it does is it's going to use that coin that you've staked for a certain amount of time, and it's going to use that coin to verify all of the other transactions that are going on during that time period, right? So you can say, I don't know, let's say that you have 100 Bitcoin. You don't have, but doesn't matter. Let's say that you have 100 Bitcoin and you say, I want to stake those 100 Bitcoins so that you can use them to verify all of the other transactions that are going on. You're going to stake it for, let's say, for 7 days. And after 7 days, they're going to give you back your Bitcoin that you've staked in the first time, right? And you're going to get a little bit of interest because you've let them use your Bitcoins in order to verify all of the other transactions, right? That's basically the simplest way that it works and how it does its thing, right? But there are also some risks to it, right? Because when you're staking your cryptocurrency, you're actually locking it up for a certain period of time. And let's say that, I don't know, a price of one coin just recently gets like a bull run, right? So we just learned that what a bull run is. Let's say that one coin starts on a bull run and that it goes sky high, it doubles, triples, quadruples in value, doesn't matter, and you actually want to sell it. Well, if your coin is staked and locked up, you can pull it out, but there is probably going to be some kind of a fee and you're going to have to pay something because you pulled it out before the amount of time passed that you've actually agreed on at the beginning. So yeah, more on that also in a separate video. I just wanted to go over basic stuff, what it actually is and how it works, so that you have an understanding on what you're actually doing with your coins when you're staking them. And lastly, we're going to talk about market cap. It's basically the amount of coins that are currently circulating in the market, right? You get it by multiplying price of the coin with the amount of coins on the market, and that number is your market cap. We have three categories of the market cap. We have a low market cap, medium market cap, and a high market cap. And you can use those three to your advantages, disadvantages, or whatever, right? Generally, what it means is when a market cap is low, it means that there are more risks involved when investing into that kind of currency or whatever. But the growth potential is a lot faster, right? Well, while on the other side of the spectrum, if you decided that you wanted to invest in a high market cap, then the risks are lower because of the volatility, it's not going to go up and down like crazy, right? Because it's not that low. However, the growth potential is a lot slower and there's going to probably have to take more time to actually make the same amount of money that you could potentially make with a low market cap. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Let me know if any of this was helpful at all. Now, I know that there's a lot more details that goes into all of these different terms and terminologies and everything else, and that we could talk a lot more about it, but I'm gonna make a separate video on each of those, explaining it in more depth and in more detail so that you guys have a better idea of what's going on, how to invest, and why to invest at the end of the day, right? If you like this video, guys, make sure to hit that like button and to subscribe to my channel. As I said before, we're a new channel and we're trying to grow. It would really help out the algorithm. And I think that that's going to be it for this video. Crypto Guy out, and until next time, guys. See ya.